Instructions for what could be a landmark day here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's listen in down trackside.
I hope you can hear me. Pull out of here, go right up on the racetrack. Start bringing in your tires the way you want them. Bobby's at the north end. If he wants you to start the run, look at the green flag third time by. No flag or a yellow flag's a non-attempt. Green flag starts your first attempt, 4 laps to run it. About the same conditions you had this morning. Get a look at the flags and the windsocks. Get a look at your flag and windsocks for direction and velocity on that. Be comfortable, be smooth, relax. It's just 4 good practice laps. Third time by, and give me 4 good ones. Hell of a job this week. Let's keep it smooth and precise. Put her in the same spot on the track. Ready when you're warm enough.
We're ready whenever you are.
Okay.
Well, the crews have tried to keep Danica away from everyone else to have her with her thoughts this morning after that sensational warm-up at 2:29.880. A week ago, she sat on the front row at Motegi and turned heads around the world. She backed it up with an impressive run at Motegi, leading 32 laps, only to finish 4th because she had to conserve fuel in the final laps. This could be a day we make history at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A century of racing, there has never been a woman on the front row. There has never been a female on the pole. The last rookie to sit on the pole some 22 years ago when Teo Fabi, the impressive Italian, did it. As you look at Bobby Rahal. And Bobby has been more nervous all week long than has his driver, Danica Patrick. And Jamie, we saw you talking to Bobby Rahal. What are his thoughts? What did he have to say to you?
Well, Jerry, you called it. He's very, very nervous right now. He has had this driver, Danica Patrick, for 3 years now. He's brought her to this level. This is their moment. Let's see if we can make history happen with the first female driver. Guys?
At 10 years old, Greg Ray, she started in go-kart racing, and at 15, when someone walked in her room with a camcorder, she showed all the trophies and had one little shelf open and said, "That's for the Indy 500 someday."
Yeah, she said it all along that this was her dream. This is what she was going to do for now. Everybody's saying she's a rookie and she doesn't have a lot of experience, but you know what? She's trained her whole life for this. She's been very, very fast. I know her veins are full of electricity right now, but you know, I hope she can relax and I hope she can do what she's done all week long. It's been very, very impressive.
She said yesterday during the rain delay she did not sleep at all the night before, anticipating pole day on Saturday, although she did get some sleep last night, according to her parents. As Bobby Rahal, it is Rahal Letterman, David Letterman, watching back in New York. Bobby Rahal here on site. A year ago, it was a dream month for Rahal Letterman when Buddy Rice sat on the pole. They won the pit stop competition and won the race. Could the dream repeat here in 2005 with a phenomenal effort by a sensational rookie?
You can look at her rear wing, and she has as least a downforce of anybody that I've seen run. The front of that rear wing is very, very high, and you could just tell talking to her all week long that she was going to go for it, and by the look of the downforce on her car, she's absolutely going for it.
All right, here we go. The green flag waves for Danica Patrick.
The car looked a little nervous there in turn 1.
The car, a bit of a wiggle there. She saved it. The car wobbling a little bit as she has got that wing tilted up. There is no downforce. It looks to be lift in the back of the car.
Yeah, that car is definitely going to dance in the corners.
She was the quickest on Sunday and Monday in rookie orientation. Quickest lap of the month this Thursday. Backed it up with an incredible lap this morning in practice at almost 230 miles per hour.
This will be the tell of the tape on where she's at.
Well, first time by, she is slower than she was this morning, 224.920. And how much of that wiggle a moment ago down in turn 1 had to do with that?
Yeah, definitely. She must lift it off of it. That's a very slow lap compared to what she was running this morning. So I'm sure she got off the throttle, and that's the telltale tape. If you can't stay flat for all 16 corners, and certainly turn 1, lap 1, you're just not going to be able to be a threat for the pole.
And we got to remind you now, there are 3 attempts allowed per car car per day. So if she doesn't get it done here, this being her first attempt, she can come back 2 more times before 7 o'clock Eastern time. Remember, we're going to be back on the air from 6 to 7 for that dramatic final hour of qualifying.
Yeah, she really picked it up there, 2:27.6. She's starting to relax, and that's the good thing about the rules. It really, if it would have been 11 cars yesterday, it'd been extremely exciting. Today, there's going to be 22 cars, but everybody can really pretty much stick with the first time, make sure they get a guaranteed, you know, cards on the table, and if they want to come back and go for it later, they can do that, and that's just sort of a safety mechanism.
3 women have started the Indianapolis 500. Janet Guthrie did it 3 times, Lynn St. James 7 times, and Sarah Fisher 5 times. She could become the 4th woman to qualify here at Indy. White flag for Danica Patrick. The best qualifying ever by a woman, 6th by Lynn St. James in 1994. Currently, Danica Patrick sits 3rd on the outside of row 1 as we are early on here in pole day.
Lap 2 and lap 3 were almost identical, so she's picked the pace up and really pushing for it now.
First attempt, and I'm saying first attempt because I've got to believe that team, as well as Danica, believe they've got a lot more left in this car. As the day progresses, I'm sure we're going to see another attempt, maybe even all 3 out of this Argent Pioneer machine. Danica Patrick's laps, 4 laps by. 2:24.9, 2:27.6, 2:27.6, and the average 2:27.004. 3rd quickest thus far in qualifying, and now the big smile from Bobby Rahal.
That last lap, lap 4, was the fastest lap of the day.
Let's hear from Bobby Rahal with Jamie Little.
Well, Bobby, congratulations. You made it her first qualifying attempt here at the Indy 500. Is there more to give? Are we going to see her back out here?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the first lap was pretty, not where we thought. I mean, had she done 4 laps like the other 3, we'd be on pole right now. So I don't know. We might go out and give it another go.
What did you tell her before she got in the car?
Just, you know, smooth and fast. She knows what to do.
Have you ever been this nervous for one of your drivers?
No, it's almost... Yeah, I'm more nervous watching my son race, but aside from that, she's done a great job all month.
How about that big wiggle? Do you think that was just nerves?
I don't know. Maybe. I didn't see the wiggle, so I don't know what it was, but who knows.
All right, congratulations. Danica Patrick has 1 attempt down, but she has 2 more to go. Dr. Punch?
All right, as you watch the wiggle, watch her left side tires just down inside that white line, and she comes back across that white line, and that's where the wiggle begins. And a lot of the veterans will tell you, if you hit that white line and you're that trimmed out, you're going to wiggle, you're going to bobble. She did a heck of a job hanging on. We'll break down the wiggle and take a look at the women who have run in the Indianapolis 500. Guthrie, St. James, Fisher, and now add to that mix, Danica Patrick, currently on the front row as history being made here on pole day at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Was she relieved? Was she angry? Or was she frustrated? Let's check in with Vince Welch.
Danica Patrick sitting here, and maybe not even a sigh of relief. The photographers and the fans, it's incredible the attention that this young lady has drawn. But Danica, when you stepped out of the car, it was obvious you were not happy with the run. What left you dissatisfied?
The fact that I almost spun it in turn 1 in the first lap. I think there's a certain point in being too free, and it's not that we're trying to make it like that, but, you know, the winds change, the temperatures change, and that changes the downforce and the grip level of the car. So, you know, we just missed it a little bit, and, you know, I don't know. We still want pole, so, you know, we might go back out. We're going to talk about it, you know.
The video showed it was a definite moment for you. How close were you to losing it?
About 3 times close, yeah. Too much, way too much.
What's the target? You say you might go back out for a 2nd or a 3rd attempt. What's the target speed for you? Do you have a thought in your mind as to what you believe it's going to take to be on the pole?
It's going to take being above a 2:27.5 every lap, and the last 3 laps I was, but, you know, when you almost spin it on the first lap and you're 2 miles an hour off, you got a lot of catching up to do. I couldn't have barely done 2:30 and caught up, so, you know, it's just frustrating because I've been quick, you know, and I want to be pole. I don't want to be 3rd right now, and there's still the rest of the line to go.
Congratulations on a good, solid run in those last 3 laps. Danica Patrick still on the front row.
On the outside of row 1, let's show you what she's talking about now. The huge wiggle entering turn 1. And Greg Gray, you talk about where she is on the racetrack.
Yeah, it looks like she turned in really, really nice, but she just got the car in there a little bit early. She got down below that white line. That paint does not have nearly as much grip as the asphalt. The diamond grinding didn't go down that low. Plus, there's a little hinge point there. So she's really quite lucky that she saved it. So,
and you see.